Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to properly replace and remove the entire Serpentine belt kit from any Audi A4 B7 out there with the engine 2.7 Tdi. And probably you are all wondering why I removed so many parts from the front side of the vehicle, but you have to remove all of these parts if you want to work right here in the front side, because it doesn't matter if you want to replace the Serpentine belt kit or any guidance pulley or the water pump or the alternator or something like that. You have to pull the entire front end out or forward a little bit to create more space, because otherwise there will be no space to put your hand or tools inside it to remove the necessary parts. And with all of these things being said, if you want to work right here in the front side of the engine, you'll have to pull the entire front end out completely, or if you're able to, you can just pull it a little bit around 10 or 15 centimeters until it will give you enough space to put your hand and tools right here and work on the engine. As you can see, I already removed the front bumper, I removed the headlights, and if you don't know how to remove all of these parts, I'm going to put right here in the description down below some links with my videos where I showed you all how to remove those parts on this kind of vehicle. So the most important steps to remove the front end completely from the vehicle is to go right here in the middle part of the front end of the vehicle. You'll have 3 bolts on this side and 3 bolts on the other side, right here, and those are the main bolts which are securing it attached to the vehicle. After that, you have to go at the top on each corner and close to the fender. You'll have 2 bolts at the top and another bolt on the corner. So it will be 3 bolts on the left side and 3 bolts on the right side, and also 6 bolts in the middle which are securing this main front end attached to the vehicle. After you completely remove all of these bolts, you can just pull it a little bit forward, and if you feel that the cables are stretched or something like that, feel free to disconnect the cables. In my case, I disconnected the cables for the horns and also one bigger hose from the intercooler on the passenger side, because it will give me more space and room to pull it forward, and in this way I will be able to work it a little bit easier than usual. So as you can see right here, I have enough space to work on the Serpentine belt kit, and from here I'm going to put my camera in a place for you all to see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I'm going to remove all the parts. I'm going to remove the Serpentine belt kit, all the guidance pulley. I'm going to replace and remove the tensioner, and then I'm going to install the brand new parts in their place. So from here, just sit back, relax, and watch exactly what I'm doing, because normally it's not a very difficult job. The difficult part is to reach it or to remove all of these parts before trying to remove the Serpentine belt kit, but it can be done, it's nothing impossible. Alright everybody, so as you can see, all the old parts are removed out and pulled away from the vehicle. Right here in those boxes I have the brand new parts which I'm going to install back on the vehicle. I have the entire kit which I bought it from the manufacturer INA. This is a very good manufacturer and it's a very high quality one. Right here in this box I have the Serpentine belt which is brand new. Also I have all the guidance pulley and the brand new tensioner which I'm going to install back over the vehicle. And like always, a very important tip which I want to give you all and which I recommend you all to do. If you are working right here in this area of the engine, I recommend you all to check the pulley from the alternator for any play and noises. You have to check the water pump for any leaks and also for any play into the pulley. You have to check the steering pump pulley and also the AC compressor pulley. If all of these pulleys are working great, if none of them is making any weird sound or if it's not having any play in it, this is a very good sign. But if you feel any play or any weird sound which is coming out from them, you'll have to take into the consideration to replace them as soon as possible, because if you don't do it, they can fail while you are driving and you don't want this. Alright everybody, so right here I have all the brand new parts which I'm going to install back over the vehicle. I'm going to install them back into the exact same order, but in reverse. You'll have to tie them to spec. Make sure to tie them enough because you don't want to make them loose and come out while you are driving the vehicle. From here it is very simple, and in my case I'm going to replace this special mounting support, this little rubber boot which is mounted right here between the front side of the vehicle and between the engine. And as you can see, it is completely broken, it is torn apart, and if you want to replace it, you have to pull a little bit more the front end of the vehicle forward. In my case, I disconnected one hose from the intercooler right here on the passenger side, and by disconnecting this hose, it will give you more space and more room to work with, and also it will release some tension, and in this way, you will be able to pull the front end a little bit much forward, and it will have enough space for you to install the brand new boot or the brand new engine mounting support bushing right here between the engine and between the front end. Okay everybody, so as you can see, I just finished installing back the bottom bushing from the engine mounting support. I installed back the brand new Serpentine belt kit with all the pulleys and with the tensioner. In my case, the job is almost complete. So from here, the next thing which I'm going to do is to install back the front end of the vehicle. It's very simple, just put back all the screws which are still going to get mounted in place, just push it back into its place, and then eventually you'll have to install back the headlights and the front bumper. I didn't film it because it was not necessarily to film it. It's exactly the same process and the exact same job like for that installation, so I don't want to make the video too long, and I didn't film it how to install it back over the vehicle. Right now I'm going to put everything back and I'm going to show you all how everything is looking after that. Very good everybody, so as you can see right here, this is the vehicle on which I was working on today and which I just fixed. It's an Audi A4 B7 with an engine 2.7 Tdi. I think it's from the year 2007, but it's not important the year. As you can see, the car is starting and behaving perfectly fine and like a new one. And right now I just want to show you all how much space you actually have if you don't want to pull the entire front end out or forward to work on the front side of the engine. So right here everything is installed back like from the factory, and right here between the engine and between the front side of the engine there is barely enough space to put my hand through them. So as you can see, it is very tight, it's a very small space, and because of that you have to pull the entire front end out and forward to replace or to work right here in this area. With all of these things being said, those are all the things and all the steps which you have to do and follow if you want to completely replace the entire Serpentine belt kit from any Audi A4 B7 out there. Doesn't matter which year it is. In my case, this was the 2.7 Tdi engine. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.